Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's transmission. As you can tell by the title of this is slightly different, I guess, to what I normally talk about, I guess. But it's something that is really, really coming through today, and I've just finished one of my trainings I'm doing. I'm going through a program at the moment, and this is something actually that came up within this. And if you know me, if you know my work, I do a lot of work with ancestral, as previous lives, all of these kind of things, because that's what comes usually up. I mean, I go whatever comes up, but this is something that quite often comes up. So when I was working through sort of my own with myself, this is for this probably came through just before Christmas, around November time, when I was going on my own little healing journey. And it then came up today again, and when I was sort of listening in what once we shared today, it was this. And it's actually quite a vulnerable sort of share, and I guess it's because it's not something that I normally necessarily talk about, but it's actually really big for me and big in my work, which is why I do want to actually share it. And it's essentially I call it a memory, because I can see it. I can see bits of it, and I can see a memory. That's what I call an extra memory of me. Now, what I don't know, if it's an ancestor or if it's me in a previous life, that I don't know, because also I see that as the same. When I go back and see things, I see it in the same way. So, and I think in this case, it doesn't necessarily matter either. I don't know if it ever matters, but in this case, it certainly doesn't. And it is all about the witch trials or witch hunt, and me being a witch, being outcast, being essentially ready to be burned. They haven't quite gotten to me yet at that point. I do have a daughter, and to keep her safe, and more of the point, to keep her safe and to keep our lineage awake, I guess so, alive, there was a spell put on us to hide our magic, just to hide it all away, just for us to survive, for her to survive. In those memories, I definitely know that she survived. I mean, I could say I'm here, so I think that either me in my previous life or my ancestor did survive as well. I'm not sure if in the first memory that I had before Christmas, it almost felt like they were split up, but I think they came back together again. So my point is I don't know this whole story of it. I just know bits and pieces that have come to me through my own healing and my ancestral journey. And it's all about keeping the magic hidden, and just to keep us alive, just to not being a complete outcast, not to be dead. And I know in those times that was the reality of it, right? And I was just messaging my mentor about this, just whilst I was listening to your transmission, this has literally come up, and I can see it as my memory, and me being there with my daughter. And it's like in that whole in the woods, and I can smell burning, and I'm just gonna leave it there. And I said fast forward to now, to where we are right this moment. I know that me and my daughter now, we're here to break this cycle, to break this spell that was put on us. And talking about these kind of things even to me, like, it's just like, oh, shall I talk about this? Is this too like out there, too woo-woo? But this is what it's all about, right? So when I talk about like the inner wisdom, the ancient intelligence, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. And I guess I've been previously quite vague about it because I've only like started this like life journey, challenge, whatever, however you want to call this, like my daily lives. So there was part of me that didn't want to go like straight in, just like, yes, this is what it is, like. And I'm just like, yeah, but why didn't I? Like, and none of the things that I like have talked about up until now are wrong or a lie or anything, because it's all, that's what came through me. I mean, you just have to listen to me blabber on. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, where I went on my mini rant. But also, it just shows like the way that women are. We're cyclical. We are full. We're whole beings. We have so many things, and just just because I've talked about, I'm just trying to remember back what I've been talking about. I know I've been talking about womb healing and like motherhood and stuff, but it doesn't mean that there is like not like a really deep part in it, part of me that sort of also wants to come out. And like, especially like talking about like the witch wound, the witch hand, the witch trials, that I know that is still like so inside of me, which is one of the reasons why I'm actually going through this program right now. But I'm just like, it might to I probably want to say probably 98%, this probably sounds like really, really, really out there. But for those other like 3 to 5%, me talking about this will be like, yes, like I can feel this. I know what she's talking about. And I guess those are the people, those are the women that I'm talking to. And I guess if you're not one of those 3 to 5% and you're still here, you are one of those 3 to 5%. You might just not want to admit to this. But I do believe like there is like this almost like karmic circle. Let's call it circle, I guess. That really does connect us. And I did say that when we found out that I was having, or that we were having a daughter, I knew, and I kept saying, we are the cycle breakers. What I didn't realize personally was that it was going back so far. I knew it was within like literally like patterns I've been seeing in my mother, my grandmother, and so on, like almost my immediate family or generations. I knew we're here to break some of the patterns of that. I just didn't realize it was going back like this far, and I wouldn't have, like, I guess, found out about it if I wouldn't have had like done these ancestral journeys and just to really connect with that red thread inside of me and in my lineage, I guess. So, and this is like part of the work that it's like really hard to essentially like bring across like anywhere unless you're like literally in it. Like it's almost like nope, that you could just like no. But it's like really this, we all have this ancient part and like the connection to our ancestors. May that be your grandmother, may that be your great grandmother, or even further back. Like I know for me, it's so much further back, and like those connections, those blood connections, like that red thread is really going like that far back. I mean, generally, we do say within like womb healing, it's about 7 generations back and forward as well. But I was going to say, I don't even know how many generations back, that would be like the witch trials. But you can definitely, even with womb healing, because that's the healing that I've done, that's the way that I worked on it. It goes back, like you can go really far back, and it's not a case of like, oh, I want to know, like I want to do this, because that was like, that's another thing that for a long time was like, I think it's like when I was going on a journey. I'm talking about me and miles an hour again with not much sense. It will make sense eventually. But when I was doing a journey, I almost felt like I was forcing myself to think about, like, let's say wolves or butterflies or anything the like in my journeys as like signs. And it wasn't until my shamanic guide was like, you can't do that. Like, it's there for a reason. You can't make yourself think of something, like not in a journey as such. And it's like, no, obviously you can't. Like, so every time, like, there's been so many times in like journeys that I've questioned myself. It's like, have I made this up? Am I just really wishing I've seen a butterfly as a sign or whatever as a sign? Whereas like, no, actually this came up in my journey, and I can't just randomly make myself see things. It just doesn't work like that. So, and these are all things that I guess you just learn the deeper you go as well. And it's like this whole memory today seems to have like unlocked like something so much deeper within me. And I guess part of my like purpose and mission as well, like my brain is just like rattling. I was like, yes, I do want to do like more red thread journeys, working alongside mothers as well. And I'm just like, yes, let's just do some. And that's I guess that's the fun part as well, like running your own business and sort of being in that flow and being in that feminine sort of wisdom. Whereas like this part of it is like, yes, I really wanted to like create like a red thread journey for someone, just to take someone like deep and see where we're going and what's coming up and all of these things. And I'm just like, yeah, why can't I do it? Of course I can do it. Like, I'm running my own business. I'm my own boss. I can do whatever the heck I want to, essentially. Whereas like my more masculine side, I guess, would say, no, you can't do that. You've got your core office, blah, 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 blah. I sort of do, I guess. But like, I'm just like, oh, shut up. I can do whatever the heck I want. And that's the beauty of it. And that's the beauty of working like with like the feminine side, with the womb, with like feminine wisdom and energy. It's just like, if you like really tap into it and just follow the breadcrumbs, because that's really what it is. Like, follow the breadcrumbs and it will get you there. I'm not saying it's a easy peasy straightforward journey. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying follow the breadcrumbs and you're gonna get there. Like, you have to like really hold the vision. And it's just like, I guess, coming back to like me and my daughter now, knowing that we are like cycle breakers. Like, I know that everything that I'm doing, like within my business, as well as raising her, it all contributes to breaking the cycle and doing something differently. And as I said, like I'm very aware of like the cycles of my immediate generations that we are breaking, and that we're here to break. Some of them I won't know, and that we've broken it for a very long time, and I just need to trust. But then likewise, I know with that story, with that memory that I have, that we are like the breakers, we're the spell breakers, we're the breakers of that spell to get our magic back. Whatever that magic is, by the way. I know that, and I've got to trust that. And I know that she's as much of a part of it as I am. And she is teaching me so many things, the way that I'm teaching her so many things. Like, we are each other's teacher in this lifetime. And there is like a very strong feeling inside of me that from a soul sort of level point of view, that it's the same soul then as it is now. So it's her then as it was. Yeah, it's her then as it is now, and it's me then as it's now. So it's the same souls. That's slightly confusing. I know what I was trying to say there, but we're the same souls. So it's, again, that's a whole like deeper conversation to have there, or discussion, because you might not believe in that. And with everything that I say and do, just take what lands and just leave the rest. I'm not here to preach or tell you my way is the right way, because I don't believe that. There is no one way, no one right way. There just isn't, for absolutely nothing. It's like whatever lands, and just the rest. If the soul doesn't like what land, just leave it. Likewise, if it lands, it lands, so it's fine. But I do strongly believe that we are the same souls then and now. So, and we have this really close relationship and bond already when she was born and when she was inside of me. So I very much listen to her anyway. And I know she has very strong boundaries. And she's also very headstrong. And she is a very old soul. And sometimes when she talks to me, it is so funny, because she says, when she's telling me stories about when she was in my belly, and I'm just like, no, these did not happen. And I'm just like, not in this lifetime, at least. Maybe in a different lifetime, but not in this lifetime. But then likewise, she tells me stories when I was in her womb. It's like, okay. So it's, but I trust all of these stories. I never correct her. Like, I do correct her when it's like, when she says, when I know she's talking about this lifetime and it's not correct, essentially. But yeah, I mean, she has said some things like, I'm just like, what the actual? Yeah, she is like, she is like one little fierce wild woman herself. And I'm like literally trying my hardest just to keep her that wild woman, because that's who she needs to be. And I think that's who she needs to be to unlock parts of me. Likewise, where I need to be probably like a little bit calmer compared to her, just to unlock parts of her. So we're here just to really like guiding each other home, essentially, and just breaking those spells, breaking those cycles, and we're doing that for our lineage. Like, not just going forward, but also going backward, just to free them. And it is such a beautiful feeling. And it is such a weird thing for me to share, because number one, it's so personal. And number two, it feels so outside what I normally share. Not because I don't want to, just because it just doesn't come up. Because I'm very much guided by what comes through, which is why today is this that I'm sharing. So as you can tell, any day is completely different, which is why I love like this going live daily. Because when I sat down this morning and just was thinking, oh, what might I talk about today? It was literally something completely different. It was not nearly like as deep as this was today. And I love that. I love that this is going like on such like deep levels, and me sharing some of my memories. Like, I don't want to call it a vision, because it's not a vision, it's literally a memory for me. And it just feels great. And it's, yeah, let's see what comes through tomorrow. I guess that's the point at the moment. but yeah, so I am actually thinking, I'm honest, I'm truthfully thinking of opening up some spots for like red threads healing. If that's something that you're interested in, just let me know. Just comment below. As always, if you want to start like diving into like reconnecting to yourself a little bit more, then my Substack subscription, which is literally the price of a cappuccino a month. So I'll put the link for that in the description. So just sign up there. I would love to see you there. I will be doing April's journey, like April's circle, I think this week. Should be able to do it this week. Yeah, I would love to have you there. There are already some lovely and amazing things up on the subscription already. I'm about to upload some more. So, but for the moment, thank you so much for joining today, whether that was live or if that is on catch up. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.